I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about Game 76 and 77 of the regular season. The Astros played a doubleheader today. They won the second one, and they lost the first one, which, for a while there, looked like we were going to lose both of them, which would have been devastating, honestly. So, I'm going to just do these both in one video, and honestly, it's not going to be that long. I'm almost going to look at overall numbers from both games. Anyway, it'll make sense as I go along, right? So, first game... Framber Valdez started. I thought he was fine. He wasn't great. He wasn't great. It wasn't bad enough to lose. Like, it's not like, oh, he completely wet the bed. It was a horrible game by Framber Valdez. It wasn't that bad. It was fine. 6 innings of 3-run baseball usually will get you a win. And he probably could have pitched a 7th inning if it would have needed to go to that point. But it didn't. And the Astros would lose. In the second, we'd give up a sac fly. Correa would hit a single, RBI single, in the third. That would score Jordan. I made it 1-1. And then in the fifth, Zach Short would homer, and that would make it a 3-1 ball game. And that was how it would end, the first game. It was a very quick-paced game. It was a very... I don't want to say uneventful, but the offense wasn't great. Yuli was the sole person with more than 1 hit. The offense was dead. It was anemic. And to be honest, it was anemic in the second game too, but it was just slightly less anemic. In the second game, we scored 3 runs, and realistically, I think all of them came... Yeah, all of our runs came in the 6th inning. They were dead on arrival for a bit. Nomar Mazare... Hopefully I'm saying that right, would single in the first, and that would be an RBI for him to make it 1-0. Jonathan Scope would single in the 5th, would make it 2-0. Then in the 6th, Jordan Alvarez would homer to score Jose Altuve. That would make it a 2-2 ball game. And right after that, Carlos Correa would homer on a line drive to make it a 3-2 ball game. And that would be it. In that game, again, the offense was pretty well dead. No one had multi-hits. Jordan was good. He had a walk. He had a home run. He was 1 for 2. He was probably the player of the day, realistically. I thought Lance had a much better game than Framber, if you want to look at it. He was good, 5 1/3, 5 hits, 2 runs, pair of walks, but 7 strikeouts. He was great. Stanek was fantastic. He came in for 2/3, got out of it pretty easily. And Ryan Presley would come in and strike out the side in the 7th to get the win for the Astros. So overall of the day, what are my thoughts, right? Because this is a very short video so far. Pitching was good. Pitching was not the problem, right? When you pitch 14 innings and give up 5 runs, realistically, there's no reason you shouldn't win both of those games. Or 13 innings, I don't care. We should have won both. Realistically, I thought Framber was good enough to get a win. I don't think he pitched poorly, right? Because, like, the job of a pitcher isn't to pitch a shutout. The job of a pitcher is to keep them in said game that they are playing, right? And Framber kept us in the game, right? We had an offense that, in the 2 games previous, right? In the game Thursday and the game Wednesday, scored 25 runs in those 2 games. So the fact that today we scored through both games 4 runs is kind of pathetic, right? Like, there's no reason we shouldn't have won the first game. It's okay because we'd won 11 straight leading up to that. And that's sort of the difference, right? If this is before winning 11 straight and we barely squeak out of split on the doubleheader, I'm probably a bit more upset, right? And there are things I could look at. We were 1-5 with runners in scoring position in the first game and 1 for 4 in the second. That's not good. And one might even say that that is pretty darn bad. That's because it is. But when you win one of them and you win 11 going into it, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to sit here for, an hour and just talk about, like, yeah, we lost again. It's not ideal, but it's okay. And the lucky thing for the Astros is they can probably get bailed out because the A's are playing the Giants, which the Giants are probably the second best team. Not probably the second best team. They probably are the best team in Major League Baseball right now. They're probably a little bit ahead of the Astros, but it's fine. It's fine. We split it. It's okay. We got a win. Again, I thought the pitching was fine. The offense was not good, but that's clearly a correctable problem and not something that I think is going to plague us because we have a fantastic offense. For some reason, I know the reason. The reason is because of AJ Hinch. He knows the Astros like the back of his hand. He knows our hitters. He knows what to do to stop them. Like, he gets it, right? He gets it, and he can find those little holes. He is a good He's good, right? He's a great manager. And that's what he's done against the Astros, right? The Astros, who are one of the better teams in baseball, maybe the best team, debatably, undebatably the best team in the American League. And this season, the Astros are 2-4 against him. Realistically, they were almost 1-5 if they would have lost the second game. Which that makes me very happy that AJ Hinch did not sign with a good team and signed with the Tigers. Because, boy, imagine who was coaching someone like the Red Sox or, God forbid, the Yankees. That would have been a friggin' nightmare. Yeah, like, the offense is going to rebound. I'm not worried. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. I'm okay, right? And that was really it. 2 quick games. If I'm not as engaged and, like, I seem distant, I just wasn't able to pay a ton of attention to the games because I was doing a lot of stuff today. Today is actually my birthday. I don't want to beg for attention, but, I was doing things with my family and such. So I paid attention, right? I watched the game, I paid attention, but I wasn't only able to direct my attention to it like I normally do because, things. But I'm not mad. They won a game. They split the doubleheader. That's fine. Again, pitching was fantastic. Offense bad, but I think they can rebound going forward. Like, the offense doesn't concern me because you have tomorrow a game against the Tigers and then 3 more against the Orioles in Minute Maid, which I think they should sweep that series. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Again, mixed bag for today, but tomorrow it could be a better mixed bag. We will have Jacob DeRizzi on the mound. He rolls in with a 5.7 or a 4.75 ERA, but again, that is very deceiving because that includes his first 4 starts that were blow-up starts. So again, that's a little unfair. And they are going to face, oh good lord, that is a name, Scoople? Tarek Scoople. That's how I'm going to pronounce that. I'm probably doing it poorly. He rolls in with a 4.33 ERA. So hopefully we can win that and take the series. At the very minimum, we're going to split, which is okay. And obviously, hopefully, the Giants can help us out and beat up on the A's for this series. Anyway, that starts at 1:10 Central, or 1:10 Eastern, noon Central. And I'll be here after that game. So, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Stros.